I'm back with the update. The footage y'all saw earlier was from this morning before it was light. Now it is getting dark, so it's evening time. And the update of everything that's happened. I took everything down to the place that was going to work on the truck, bolted all together, put everything together, lights, all that stuff connected and everything. And it didn't quite go as planned. I talked to these folks middle of summer and told them what I wanted. They said, great, we can do all that. They knew exactly what I was wanting. Talked to the same person mid-fall, went through it all again. Everything was perfect, everything was great. As you all know, from December, I talked to the same person and there was either miscommunication there or something, and they didn't have my appointment anymore. They didn't keep up with their word on that. So I went down there today for today's appointment, and I went in, saw the person that I had talked to time and time again, and he came out and said, well, we don't do any of this stuff. And that didn't make me the happiest person. And I basically said, what do you mean you don't do all this stuff? We've talked about this time and time again. He said, no, we don't do that. And talked to the next person, we don't do that. So they said they don't do the lights at all. They don't bolt down welding machines. They don't work on putting the tank holders. They don't do any of the stuff that I was wanting. They could do a ladder rack or a headache rack, but not both, or put one together or anything like that. So basically they just said they couldn't do anything for me that I needed done. And I was not the happiest person. I told them, no, y'all promised you're gonna do this, and I expect y'all to keep your word on that. You don't do that. And I was not happy, and basically there was 5 of them coming out saying, no, we don't do this, no, we don't do that. And I stood my ground, and I told them they were gonna do it, and I talked to the boss, and they're doing it now. I was not gonna take that, I was not gonna tolerate it. I don't back down on stuff like that. When a company says they're gonna do this, and it's been scheduled, and I've gone through every step with them, and then they try and backpedal, unacceptable. I don't take that. So, anywho's, that is what has happened. They have the truck. They are going to give me a quote on what it was going to be for putting it all together today, and they still haven't contacted me at 5 o'clock in the evening. So, anywho's, that's kind of what's happened. But if y'all are working on a job site, you're building a welding rig, whatever you're going through, don't take stuff like that. Don't be pushed around, because companies like to do that, or certain workers, when they get lazy on something, they do like to backpedal, and that's unacceptable. It's not right. I've had it in multiple cases for building a welding rig, as y'all have known. And the welding rig, it's very expensive. It's something that you don't have just sitting around waiting for someone to want to work on it for you. You got to push people on when they say a deadline's going to be here, that deadline has to be there. And if it's not, you got to keep calling them. Why isn't this done? What is it? Do I need to go somewhere else? Do I need to give someone else my money instead of you? What is it? And you got to be firm, you got to be tough on it. You can't let people push you around, because if you let them push you around, you'll have a truck sitting around for years and it won't get done. So that's kind of everything that's been going on. I still don't know how much it's going to cost. I have a general ballpark idea because I was given a quote in July. Don't know if that's going to stand whatsoever. I highly doubt it. But anyways, that's what's going on. Once I figure out more about what they will or will not do and what does or does not happen, I will obviously keep you all posted. But I'm still somewhat in the dark. I just told them that they're going to get it done. I talked to the boss there, and he said it will get done. So I'm thinking it will get done, and I'm optimistic about it. I keep that positive mindset. But when stuff like that happens and you're not happy about it, you got to be firm on whatever the situation is. If they told you you're going to do something, then you have them do it. If they said they're not going to do something, then they're not going to do it. Don't be pushed around. Don't get mad and irate. I don't get irate. But I stand on my position. When I'm told something, I've scheduled this with them for about, over half a year now, and it's not getting done. I stand my ground. I'm not going to be pushed around like that. So I encourage y'all, if you're building a welding rig, if something like that happens, stand your ground. Make sure they know that you're not budging. When you're promised something, you get it. If they say they're going to do something without something, make sure it's that without whatever. Just don't get pushed around. Don't let other people dictate what happens to your welding rig, what happens to your job. That's not their position. When a company says they're going to do something, they do it. They're supposed to. And if they don't, you let them know. They got to do it, or you're going to someone else and again, give them money. Same thing would happen with the truck. Some guy was giving me SAS, I went to a different place. Another guy gave me SAS, I went somewhere else and bought a very expensive truck and gave it to someone else. Instead of those two people, you don't take SAS, and you don't take people trying to pawn off work or backpedal or anything like that. So I just want to throw that out there. I think it's very important for a lot of folks to remember. So hope you all enjoy it, and I'll see y'all in the next vlog.